Welcome to today's video. My name is Nabikem, and today I'll be talking to you about how you can improve your memory in 60 seconds or less based on some analytical data. And what I'm going to talk to you about is the best way to do this very quickly. And to do this, you just basically have to use your surroundings. You need to look at your atmosphere. This is coming from 8 years experience of improving memory because I've had experience with remembering things for the past 8 years. The way this will work really is that you need to remember using images. If you think of the word images, it's pretty much using your imagination because of how it starts with IMAG. You have to use your imagination. Some people that I talk to outside of YouTube, they will say things like, their imagery is not the best. But even if you're not going to be using imagery, you can still be creative around that. You don't have to remember things the way they appear. You have to exaggerate the situation. But to keep things short and simple, you have to use images to, improve your memory in 60 seconds, to build your memory skills. This is because when you see an image, first and foremost, you're obviously going to remember it than what you see on a sheet of paper. Even if it's literally not an image, it can literally be an object as well. Maybe if you go to somebody's house or you go around in your own house, you might see an object that you particularly are fond of. Obviously, you're going to remember that object a lot more often. You remember that object a lot more often because of its features, because of what it can do, and mainly, you know, how it makes you feel overall as a person. Maybe if have this bottle of water right here, you know, the way it can make one feel, it can make someone to feel, better. Maybe it can make someone to feel a lot more hydrated, you know. So that's literally the way, well, not hydrated, but it can make someone to feel full and not thirsty at all, you know. So when it comes to improving your memory in 60 seconds or less, always remember images. And the reason why and the reason you want to remember images is because you're always going to learn a lot more. It's just like, for example, I don't know if you guys have done English papers where you have to just like take a look at an image. You have to write down the things that you see. But of course, in that particular scenario, you would obviously have to turn that into a story to obviously get 4 marks within it. So what I have to say about images is that, yeah, make sure to remember the pictures more than the facts, because when you remember the pictures more, you're more likely to remember the facts later on. It's just like how everything just kind of comes together, and that way you're able to remember it a lot more. So I would honestly say, images are a very good way for you to improve your memory in 60 seconds, because you can literally just take quick pictures of stuff. And especially when you guys are having like a so-called best day of your life, it's very important for you to actually take advantage of that situation. You might just think that things like your birthday, or maybe if you went to like an event, maybe if it's like a theme park, you will probably think those things don't count. But to be honest with you, they do count, because if you think about it as well, memories are memories, and remembering something is definitely better than remembering nothing. So instead of me just going on and on and on, remember using images, because again, it's probably one of the fastest ways for you to do these type of things. Another way for you to actually improve your memory in 60 seconds or less is to keep things simple. What I mean by this really is that when you keep things simple, you're more likely to actually attract other things that you did additionally. Always give this example of, maybe you started off your day by, who knows, maybe you started off your day by reading a book, reading the Bible. You might have also done things like brushing your teeth, eating breakfast. You might obviously, most of us, we do that pretty much every single day of our lives. I mean, that's what we've been doing pretty much for every single day of our life. But having that basic structure and basic timetable is a very good way for you to actually know what you're doing in your day. And plus, sometimes when you remember the basics in your day like such, you might actually remember something additional to that. So maybe you might maybe you could remember a conversation that you had on that particular moment you brushed your teeth, or you had well, not to get too personal, but maybe if you were eating breakfast. So that's literally what I would say, is to keep the day simple. But of course, when you keep the day simple, make sure that it has meaning to it as well, because again, you don't want it to be too simple. I know I did say remembering something is better than remembering nothing, but of course, you want your, if you're going to be improving your memory in 60 seconds or less, you also want the days to have value as well, which basically means that every single day has some a unique moment. You know, whether it be in the morning, afternoon, or night, you want that to be a unique moment. Maybe you just remember the way you just did something. Maybe you remember the way you made breakfast. So is you still doing the same things that you're doing your day, but remember them in a different way. You know, another way to do this as well. An additional way to do this is by having a theme. Having a theme basically means your personality. Tying your personality. Think about yourself as the individual when it comes to building your memory in 60 seconds or less. Because I think many of us, including myself, we tend to think that the activities that we do in our day, or the things that we're good at, the things that we're passionate about, are not like they don't matter. They're not important. But the more I'm realizing these days is that it does matter about your passions, because your passions are probably going to be the things that keep you, up in your day. They're probably the things that will make you put a smile on your face. So always remember the things that you're passionate about, the things that you're interested in. People that I speak to, they think that they don't know how to type, but again, it's all about their imagination, which ties into my first point about images. You know, so make sure that you have a theme in your day. Maybe if you're somebody that is a food fanatic, think about the type of food that you've eaten. You don't have to remember every single detail in your day. There's literally just more or less about you as the individual. So maybe if you love salt and you like eating different types of food in your day, maybe you can remember what you ate for breakfast, often in the night time. Or maybe as well as complementary, you can think of shopping as well. Maybe you did some shopping as well. It doesn't have to be food necessarily related to food, but you're tying in something that is a subcategory of what you actually enjoy doing, you know. So really, it's all about keeping things simple, and it's not about like having this amazing memory. Because to be honest with you guys, I don't have the best memory sometimes. Even sometimes I forget sometimes the things I've read, and when I go back to it, it's always one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, why did I not remember it? But really, when it comes to remembering stuff, just keep things simple. Remember with images, and think about yourself as the individual. These are the things that I'll keep on going on about when it comes to improving your memory in 60 seconds or less. Do those three things, and you will honestly be amazed about how your memory can just improve. And sometimes we ourselves as individuals, we can actually be, the hindrance to why our memory might not be as good like as it should. Well, hopefully this video was very helpful and again insightful. I really enjoyed filming this video actually and talking about it. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to improve your memory, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to improve your memory and you have any questions or queries regarding memory, you're more than welcome to head over to the link down below and book a free call regarding your memory queries. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it was useful. And again, images, personality, and keep things simple are the ways that you can literally improve your memory in 60 seconds or less. You don't have to do all of those ones all at one time, because maybe it can be overwhelming, but try and pick one of them to start off with, and you'll definitely be amazed with how well your memory can just improve in a matter of days, and make it versatile. Thank you for watching this, and take care.